Less than a week to go, we have breaking news from the mayoral campaign. CTV News has learned former Toronto Mayor John Tory officially endorsing candidate Ana Bailão in this upcoming by-election. Bailão served as deputy mayor when Tory was mayor. Tory's resignation as mayor is what led to this by-election. All right, for more on that, couldn't time this better. Torontonians, of course, will be choosing the next mayor in this by-election in 1 week. For more on this, I'm now joined by former city councilor John Fillion. All right, I broke the news to you. This is our job. We break news. John Tory officially endorsing Ana Bailão. We talked about in the last couple of weeks now how name recognition means everything. So what does this mean? The name recognition of John Tory, he resigned for his reasons, but now endorsing Ana Bailão. Do you think that can shift things?
Well, it will certainly give her a bump. I doubt at this point that it will give her what she needs. Olivia Chows has she's done everything she needed to do. I think the constant attacks on her have probably solidified her vote. So even if she drops a bit, say she ends up with 30%, it's hard to see at this stage that Ana Bailão can get above that.
Right. And so in that case, then you don't think anyone really, you think it's a done deal?
Yeah, I think it's a race for second. I think this will probably put Ana in second, which I think is what they're all scrambling to do at this point, to not embarrass themselves, to look like they gave it a good showing, maybe set themselves up for 2026.
And so what was it about Olivia Chows' campaign? We had someone in earlier yesterday talk about it. It was name recognition. She's been kind of out of the political spectrum for a bit, and here she is, and she's been leading from start to finish. What was it about her campaign that was different?
Well, she ran a much better campaign this time than in 2014. She was much more herself, comfortable with being herself, and that appeals to a third of the electorate. I mean, roughly in Toronto, you have a third left, a third center, a third right, and she kind of cornered the third progressive left, whatever you want to call it, and the right has not put anything together at all. Mark Sanders has run a very poor campaign, and in the center, they've just all been bumping into each other and defining themselves mostly by how they attack Olivia Chows rather than what they stand for. So it just makes it closer, that's for sure.
Right. And so what could the other, we were talking about how Mark Sanders, according to you, had not a great campaign. Looking into next elections after this one, what could these other candidates, if they do want to run again, what could they do differently? Because it seemed like they're focusing a lot on don't vote for Olivia Chows. But some of the people like Brad Bradford, Mitzi Hunter, what went wrong for their campaigns?
Well, I think too many people in the field. Brad, I think, suffered from, kind of, who is this guy? He seems like a different guy than he was on council. I think Josh Matlow has run a good campaign, but he really had nowhere to go because you had Olivia on the left and then you had Mitzi and Ana in the center, and he just kind of got squeezed. I thought Ana would be stronger earlier. Not sure why she hasn't been, but I think highly likely now she'll finish at second.
Right. Well, in this case, you're the first or last when it comes to this race, unfortunately. So what we're going to find out, though, on June 26th, of course, officially, there are some predictions that it could be a lower voter turnout, despite the fact that there were record early voting in the early polls. Who do you think that benefits? I guess it's just Olivia Chows, then?
Yeah, Olivia would benefit because, again, she has that loyal following. The people I talk to who say they're voting for Olivia, they are solidly voting for her, and they are for sure getting out to vote. With other people, it's like, well, I sort of like so-and-so, but, I'm not sure. So how motivated will they be to go out and vote? There's nobody who's really caught their imagination that would, make them make sure they carve time out of their day. And then the ground game, Olivia's a very veteran politician. She knows how to run elections, and they will know how to get their vote out. Ana probably has an apparatus that will do that as well. The others, I'm not so sure.
Right. And so, with that said, it seemed like in your opinion, you think it's basically a done deal with Olivia Chow. What are you going to be watching for the next couple of days?
How close it is, how much of a mandate does Olivia get? To what extent does Anna take off? Surprises are possible. It's a very unusual election. It's it's a sprint, anything can still happen. But with 5 days, if John Tory had done this 3 weeks ago, it might have made more of a difference.
Right, you were saying, yeah, because I remember Ana Bailão saying herself a couple of weeks ago she was feeling this momentum, and like you're saying, you wish maybe she built that earlier. So what do you think the holdup was for John Tory to finally speak up with 5 days to go?
I don't know. I can't say what goes through his mind. The Toronto Star endorsement today certainly would have given him some cover, because he said he wasn't going to. Doug Ford also not doing what he promised to do and stay out of it, and endorsing Mark Saunders. So I guess that made it a bit easier for him to get involved. I would have predicted that he would only do an endorsement if it was looking to be very close and it would tip it, but he got persuaded.
Got persuaded. All right. Well, we do appreciate you chatting with us here live at CP24 Live at noon. And like you said, 5 days to go. A lot can change, but we'll see. Could Olivia Chow potentially go from start to finish and end up being Toronto's next mayor? Thanks so much. We appreciate it.